Hi, and hello everybody out there. Today we're talking about water again. I love to talk about water. We are on a water planet. And you can see from my big old earth ball here that there's lots, and we're so lucky. We have lots and lots and lots of water. I see oceans, I see clouds, I see the North Pole and the South Pole ice caps. Wow, our Earth has lots and lots of water, and that's so important because water is used by plants and animals and us, and we drink it, we wash with it, we cook with it, we grow our food with it. We feed it to the animals like cows and pigs and things like that we use for food too. We use it for transportation. What if I want to take a boat or a big trip across the ocean? I could go on a big freighter or a big boat. We use it for fishing. We use it for swimming, all kinds of things. We actually just can't live here on Earth without water. So important to keep it clean, and that's what we're going to talk about today. How to keep that water clean, and also some of the things that can happen to it that makes it dirty and makes it so that we can't use it anymore. So that's what we're going to do, keeping water clean today. And I'm going to put the ball down for a second. And we're going to talk about my favorite friend here, Freddie the fish. And I put him some plastic because he's just a paper fish, but he's going to stand for a lot of the real fish in the world. And I'm going to put him in a great big tub of water. And you can help me today when we add some things to that water. And we're going to find out how Fred is doing if those kinds of things happened to the water that Freddie lives in. So I'm going to ask you to hold on your space bar and tell me what you think is happening to Freddie as we go through this story. So let's put Fred in the tub of water. And to do that, I'm going to change cameras so you can see what is happening to my friend, Fred the fish. There he is. Fred is going into this water. Can you see how beautiful, clean, clear water, and Fred is swimming around in there, having a good old time. So let's tell his story. What's going to happen to Freddie the fish? Okay, so here's what you imagine. Imagine a clean river that wanders through a wilderness, and in this river lives Fred the fish. How is he doing? How is Freddie? Does he like his clean water? He's lived there all his life. But he's going to go on an adventure. He's going to swim downstream. Do you think Fred is happy in his clean water? Hit the space bar and tell me what you think about Fred. You can say hi to Fred.
Yes.
Yes, he is very happy. And he says, hi, Rowan. There he goes. He's swimming and he's swimming. But as he goes downstream, something happens. He's swimming into farm country. And he passes a freshly plowed field near the riverbank, and it starts to rain. Let's see, rain, 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 rain. I can make rain on Fred. Look at that. It's starting to rain, but the rain erodes the soil into the river. What does that mean? Well, it means it washes some soil into the river. So I have some dirt from that field, and I am going to pretend that the rain washed some dirt into the river. Uh-oh. What do you think about that? How do you think Fred feels about that? Use your space bar and tell me what you think Fred is thinking now. Does he like all that dirt? Bad, right. He doesn't like all that dirt into his clean water getting all in his way. Oh, he's even got some dirt on his face. Oh no. Oh, he isn't doing so good right now. He doesn't like that. Uh-oh. So Fred, he's swimming along some more, looking for maybe some cleaner water. And he gets near a place where people are building houses. And they're building houses and putting in some green grass on their lawns. And to make their lawns look greener, they put some fertilizer on their lawns to make the grass grow better. And the fertilizer always makes the plants grow fast, but oh, if it rains again, guess what's going to happen to that fertilizer? It's going to wash into the river.
Wash in.
Yeah, wash in. So here is some pretend fertilizer that I'm putting into Fred's clean, clear stream. Oh no, how does Fred like that? Fertilizer and dirt in his clean river? Is that good or bad?
Bad.
It's bad. That's not good for the fish. Uh-oh. So Fred isn't doing so good right now. He's got fertilizer and dirt to deal with. Oh, so off he goes down farther down the stream. So it got cold like it is outside in the wintertime. Sometimes it gets real cold out there and ice forms on the roads. And this time some ice formed on a bridge that went over the stream that Fred was in. And some county trucks helping to keep the cars safe, to try to keep the cars from slipping, put some salt on the road. And that was okay because that prevents accidents. But what happens to the salt once it washes off the road, especially on the bridge? Guess what? Here's some salt. I'm going to see what happens when I put some salt into the river. Some salt washed into the river. Oh no, do you think Fred likes salty water? You can use your spacebar to tell me what Fred thinks about salt. Does he like it?
No.
No, he doesn't like salty water. That's not good. It's not good for his health. Ew, salt that washed off the roads? Oh my goodness. Now Fred's swimming along some more downstream, but he's got salt and fertilizer and soil and dirt in his water. Oh no. Let's see what else happens. Oh, Fred swims past a city park. And some people are, now it's summertime by now, some people are having a picnic and they throw their trash, and they didn't throw their trash in the garbage can. Oh no. They didn't throw their trash in the garbage can. I wonder what happened to the trash. Oh, the wind blew the trash into the river. Oh no. Oh no. So there's some trash that got into the river. Oh no. Oh, what do you think about that? You can use your space bar. What do you think Fred thinks about that? Does he like our trash?
He's gonna eat the trash.
He's gonna, oh, he might eat some trash if it was food, but yeah, that was a good idea. He might eat some of the trash. I don't think he can eat a candy wrapper. Oh dear. Oh, poor Fred. Okay, so Fred swims beside a large parking lot, and some cars parked in the parking lot are leaking oil. And oh, it's raining again. Whoops, there's my hand. But it's raining again, and there's oil in the parking lot. I wonder what the rain is gonna do to the river. Okay, so the oil in the parking lot, and it's raining, and here comes, I have some pretend oil here, and I am putting some pretend oil in that washed into the river from the parking lot. Ew, that's thick and slimy, right? Ew, poor Fred. I can barely see Fred. Oh dear, what do you think about that? What do you think, Fred?
Dirty.
It's so dirty, he says. Oh my goodness. Well, another thing happened next. Several factories, a place where people make things, that were located outside the city. And sometimes when things are manufactured, there's some waste, some pollution, and they're not allowed to dump it in the river, but sometimes people break the rules, and that factory put some soapy, dirty, sudsy water into Fred's river. Let's see, I have some suds here. Whoa! Oh no. So now Fred has soapy river water. I can't even say that. soapy river water. Oh, I can't even see Fred. Where did he go? He's under all that suds. Do you think Fred likes bubbles? Use your space bar.
He doesn't want to swim in dirty water.
No, he doesn't. Especially soapy, sudsy water with oil in it and trash in it and dirt in it and fertilizer in it. Okay, now there's two more things that happen to Fred. Finally, Fred swims past a waste dump located on the bank next to the river. There's rusty barrels of really bad chemicals that are leaking, and the rain, more rain, is washing those chemicals into the river. Oh no. So let's see, I've got some dye here that will stand for the bad chemicals that got leaked and washed into the river by the rain. Whoops. Okay, okay, so we got some red chemicals, toxic things that are really bad for us got leaked into the river. And of course, if it's bad for us, it's bad for the fish too. Bad for poor Fred. Oh, do you think he can do you think he can live much longer in this river? I don't know. It started to turn red. One more last thing. Oh, and then the wastewater treatment plant that cleans up the water that people use broke down, so it couldn't clean it up, and some of the old nasty water, the old used water, leaked into the river. And so I'm going to put something to stand for that in there. Oh no. Oh boy, that looks yucky. Poor Fred. Oh no, what do you think we should do? You can press your spacebar down.
Clean the water.
Yeah, I think we should clean up the water. Look at that. That's yucky water. We should help Fred by cleaning up the water. So, yeah, well, thank you for helping me with that story. And I think we should clean up the water too, and we should probably clean up poor Fred. So we're going to put this experiment aside for a minute, and we're going to do one together to clean up Fred's water. So I'm going to turn the camera back onto FaceTime so we can do the next experiment together. Okay, so for this experiment, you're going to need a jar, 2 jars, and we're going to put some dirty water in this one. I already put some dirty water in here, but we'll put some of Fred's water in here too and see if we can clean up some of that. So 2 jars, one to see if we can clean up the water, and the other to hold the water that we're trying to clean up. So 2 jars. We're going to need a plastic cup like a Solo cup. I got my Taco Bell cup here, and I've got some coffee filters. We're going to need a few of those. We're going to need some sand, which I have in the jar, some red craft sand, and we're going to need some pebbles. And let's see if we can clean up some water for Fred. Okay, so first of all, we're going to try to make a hole in the bottom of our plastic cup. And if you need an adult to help you with that, go ahead and ask for some help. But whoa, I need some help. What we're going to do is make a hole in the bottom of this plastic cup. Now, yesterday, easily I put a hole in the bottom of a Pringles can, but this one isn't working too good. All right, just a minute. Gotta get a hole in the bottom of this cup. Maybe I should do it this way. Anyway. Oh, I almost got it. Oh, that was hard. I hope you have an adult to help you put a hole in the bottom of your cup. I poked my scissors through. That worked. Whoa, there we go. So now there's a nice hole in the bottom of my cup. And I'm going to set it down, and I'm going to put some coffee filters, tuck them down right into the bottom near the hole. There was one coffee filter. I think I need another one, so I'm going to get another coffee filter out of my bag here and stick that in there. Whoops, I have too many. that out of the way. All right, so I have 2 more coffee filters, and I'm gonna stuff them into that cup with the hole in the bottom. Coffee filters are good at filtering out coffee grounds. I wonder if they're good at filtering out dirty water. Okay, so I stuffed a bunch of coffee filters in there. So now I'm gonna put a little bit of my red sand in there. Some of my sand has some rocks in it. I have some sand in there. And then I have a few pebbles that I'm gonna put in there. So if you have something like aquarium gravel or some small little pebbles in there, you can put it in there. So I've got a layer of a hole, coffee filters, sand, and gravel tucked down into the cup. Now we're going to run some water through this cup to see if we can clean it up. So I'm going to put it on my tray right here and stick the jar down and stick my cup in the mouth of the jar so that it will catch the water that runs through my filter that we made. A filter of sand and pebbles and coffee filters. Okay, so here is some dirty water, but I'm gonna, just because we had made such dirty water for poor Fred over here, I'm gonna scoop a little bit of Fred's water over here and put it in my jar. Look at that, ooh, gross. And I'm gonna try to get some of the things that we put into Fred's water and see if our filter will clean that up. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in my dirty water jar. Whoa, and we're gonna see if we can clean up some of Fred's water. It's got suds in it, it's got dirt in it, it's got all kinds of gross things in there, oil in it. So let's see what happens. I hope you're able to do that. So next, pour the dirty water through the filter. Pour a little at a time, and it's gonna drip, 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 drip down through your filter. Oh, ew, a piece of plant, right? Okay, here we go. A little at a time. Oh, it's dripping. How's yours doing? Whoa. Whoa, I wonder if this is gonna be good enough for Fred to swim in now. Oh, it's filtering slowly. So we're gonna let that go for a second or two. Wow, how's yours doing? Wow. Look at that. Mine is filtering slowly. I don't think I got a big enough hole. Either that or I put so much sand and gravel in there that it's trapping the water and making it run really slow. How's yours doing? Oh, look at yours. Very cool.
It's getting clean.
Is it getting clean? Is the filter working?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Wow, so's mine. You know what? I'm gonna hold my 2 jars close to each other by the screen so you can see the difference between the yucky water and the clean water. Whoa, look at that. That's pretty cool. All right, but you know what I noticed? You know, when we put in the green and red food coloring into Fred's water to stand for some chemicals, the filter isn't taking that green food coloring out very well. And as mine drips, I have some suds and stuff. There's a little bit of soapy suds in there too, and it's not taking that all out, but it is taking a lot of the yucky stuff out. Check that out. It's cleaning up the water. That's really good. So there's lots of things that we can do to help keep our water clean. Filters. So we can let that experiment run a little while and then check back with it later, because we're going to talk about an oil spill. Whoops, I'm afraid I'm going to spill this on the floor. So I'm going to move it carefully over to the side so I don't make a mess. And we're going to do an oil spill cleanup. So one of the places that Fred the fish went by was a parking lot where there was oil leaking off of cars, and then it rained and the oil washed into the river. So how do you clean? Oil is particularly hard to clean up and to get out of water because oil and water don't mix. It just kind of floats on top. So we're going to do an oil spill cleanup experiment. And to do that, we're going to need a pan. You might need 2 pans, but right now, if you got a couple of pans, and any pan will work. Even a little dish will work too, or a little bowl. We are going to put some water in here, and we're going to simulate an oil spill. I lost my water. Hold on a second. Just a minute. Oh, here it is. Oh yeah. Okay, so we're going to put some oil or water in the pan. And I think I need the overhead camera again too, because you can't really see this too well. So I'm going to change cameras back, and hopefully I can bring my camera over the pan. Let's find out. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do the overhead camera. There, oh yeah, cool. All right, so let's pretend we had an oil spill. So to do that, we also need some cooking oil, and we need some Dawn dish soap, or any kind of dish soap actually. And we need a spoon. What did I do with the spoon? There's a spoon. We need a spoon, and we need some cotton balls. And let's see how good we are at cleaning up an oil spill. So first thing I'm going to do, I hope this shows up, but I'm sure if you do this too, is put about a couple tablespoons of oil in the water. Whoa. Now at home, it doesn't show up too much here. Well, I'm going to try one more thing while we're I have a little cup here. I'm going to see if I can put some food coloring into this oil to make it darker so you can see it up on screen. I don't know if this will work because my food coloring is water-based. No. So it's not coloring it, but I'm going to try anyway. There, now you can sort of see it a little better. It's a little greener, but not quite what I wanted. But the oil is just floating around on the surface of the pan. Ew. And it's very bad for wildlife that live in the oceans or the lakes or the rivers because it's just a slimy mess. It floats on the top and it doesn't let the oxygen get into the water. It's really bad for anything that lives in the water. So how are we going to get that oil? How are we going to clean up this oil spill? Well, scientists use a lot of different methods. One thing they try to do is soak it up, absorb it. So we're going to pretend that we're going to soak it up. Now we have cotton balls, but they have some chemicals called polymers that, I'm getting dripped on here, polymers that soak up the oil. So if you have some cotton balls, take one out right now and find some oil in your pan and see, just run it along the surface. Don't sink it down deep, but run it along the surface and see if that cotton ball can pick up any of the oil. Whoa! So there it is. So I can see, can you see the kind of the greenish oil that we made? Yeah, absorbing that oil works and takes it off the surface of the water. That's really good. All right, I'm going to do another cotton ball. So you can kind of play around trying to soak up oil with something that absorbs. And like I said, scientists use polymers to do that. A couple of different chemicals that just soak up the oil. But today we are pretending that our cotton balls are like that and absorbing some oil. There we go. I got some more. Now, another way to get the oil off the surface is by scooping it. So we have, oh, I have a better spoon. I have a bigger spoon. I have 2 spoons here. I'm going to try to just scoop it off the top. Sometimes scientists will put a barrier, and I have some straws, around a certain area where there's been an oil spill. So I'm using my straws so the oil can't go past the barriers. And then they'll use some scoopers to try to scoop the oil off the surface of the water. And so if you can use, ooh, there we go. If you can use your spoon, if you've got one, see if you can scoop some oil off the surface just by gently sinking it down and lifting it up, and see if you can get some oil. Now I'm getting some water too, but that's kind of okay. See how much oil I can scoop off in between my barriers. I'm getting a little, it's a lot of work, I'm telling you. It's not easy to clean up an oil spill. All right. All right, I am scooping a little by little. Can you see the oil that's in my spoon? I'm going to use my black spoon and see if that works. If you can see it better. Whoa, I got a chunk of oil right there. Anyway, I got a little chunk. Maybe my blue spoon will show it. No, it doesn't. Okay, so, I'm still scooping. Okay, so that's another way we absorbed it. We absorbed the oil, and now we're scooping the oil little by little, trying to clean up that water. There's one more method that we can show that is used a lot when they're trying to clean up, like if a little animal got a whole bunch of oil on its feathers from the oil spill, like a duck or something like that, or an otter. Scientists have used a little bit of soap. So let's put some soap in the pan to see what that does to the oil. Whoa! Now, I don't know if you saw that, but if you put a little drop of oil, or a little drop of soap in there, can you see how it moved the oil? I did. Here's over my barrier, there's a bunch of oil. I'm going to do it over here too. Whoa! Yeah. Well, the soap surrounds the oil. The soap molecules surround the oil molecules and kind of trap it, but it doesn't get rid of it. Eventually that oil is still there, it's just in smaller particles. So you can't see it as much. And there's my barrier area. You can't see it as much, but if you stick your hand in there, you can feel that, yep, it's just spread out over a long area. So it does help, but it doesn't get rid of the oil totally. It's still there. So what do you think was the best for cleaning up the oil? What do you think was the best? You can give me your ideas by holding down your space bar and telling me what you think was the easiest and best way to clean up the oil. What do you think?
Spoon.
The spoon? I think you're right. Even though it was a lot of work, I think the spoon really took care of it the best. Okay, so there is our oil cleanup experiment. And I think we were helping Fred out a lot by cleaning out some of that oil and some of the dirty water that we cleaned up. So there we go. Those are our water cleanup experiments. And I'm going to turn the camera back to FaceTime. There we go. So there we go. We cleaned up a little bit of Fred's water, and I hope you had a good time doing some of the experiments today. And that's it.
Bye. That was fun.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. All right. Join us again next time. Something I had never ever seen before. And here's where you get to make a choice. Was it a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex? And I'm just gonna stick some pine cones in my box, and then the fun starts. I just start rolling them around. The air rushing out of the balloon is gonna push that balloon up. So let's see what happens. All right, 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. So that's how rockets kind of work. We are going to build 2 different kinds of rockets today.